Life is too short to drink cheap wine, bad wine. That is where I spend my money. Like, you won't see me with a watch collection or fancy shoes or driving a sports car. I want a good steak and a good bottle of red wine, and that's all I need.
What's your favorite?
I love Bordeaux, big, bold, earthy cabs, So I'd say French and Italian. French first, for sure.
You travel a lot.
The rumor or the reputation, but I really don't. I'm only going international for the first time this year. I'm going to Italy. I've never been. One of my best friends, his son is getting married. They rented like a castle in Florence. It's crazy, or Tuscany, I don't know where. So I'm going there. I'll do some domestic travel and usually just hop in the car. And I don't mind hopping in the car and driving. I'll put on Audible. I'll put on a book on tape and just get lost in a good book, or drop the windows down and listen to some good music or something. And so I have been spending a lot of time driving up and down 95 at the different offices, Melbourne and West Palm, and helping our closers down there.
You're a spontaneous traveler. I feel like you're kind of like, I'm going to Vegas this weekend.
Yeah, I am a very spontaneous traveler.
Yeah.
I will just like Friday morning book a flight to New York and go watch a Yankees game and come home, just a turn and burn.
Right.
Call them cannonball runs.
Yes.
And come home Sunday. And I've got a few different friends around the country that I know I can call and just be like, hey, James, what are you doing?
Right.
Let's go to New York.
Yes.
And I'd be like, okay, let's go. And it's just quick turn and burns on the weekends because my weekdays are pretty busy with work or the kids and stuff like that.
And all the things.
Yeah.
So I know probably everyone has asked you questions about Landmark in general, growth, where you're going next, all that kind of stuff. So from an education standpoint, you have the nicest conference room.
Thank you.
In Jacksonville, Florida.
Training room. We have two great boardrooms too, but thank you. That has been a dream of mine for a long time to have that.
It's awesome.
It's like years ago, I used to think, man, how great would it be to have a big office and everybody under the same roof and a huge training room and all that building that I bought it in into 2020, beginning of 2021. And still, COVID and all that stuff. And, and commercial real estate was still kind of finding its footing. Boy, I got lucky because I was looking for a building that size. I was thinking, man, I'm going to be stuck in South Point, right? No offense to anybody who's in South Point, but I find it extremely depressing and confusing. Every street is named South Point.
It is, right.
And I was just like, it has that office park feel. And then this came across my desk and I remember looking at it and I called the broker I was working with. And I said, we had a contract on it immediately. And it needed some work, not a ton of work, very well built, exterior, solid concrete tilt wall construction. Like it's a great building. We just had to do work on the inside, but it's been a dream. And that training room is awesome. Awesome. And so education is also a passion of ours. I mean, everybody at Landmark, all the attorneys love doing education for real estate agents. And Britt and her team love doing social media education for agents. So, I mean, we're almost like, we're getting close to 50-50 on classes where we used to be like all education, teaching the contract, all the stuff like to where now Britt's catching up and she's writing all these classes for AI Part 1, AI Part 2, Canva, CapCut, Instagram Reels, right? She's got all these classes that she's doing. And so it's great because there's not a lot of people around town that are doing this kind of education. And then we love it when you all come in and use the room, right? Future comes in and uses it and does training and teaches, VA loans or whatever, appraisals and stuff like that. So to have it available for our partners to use is awesome.
Yeah, it's a very nice, like when I look at Eventbrite or I look at the Landmark social media feed to see like what you guys are doing next, it's a really wide range.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you're saying. It's the people like us coming in, other groups asking to use this space and let's fill the room. But then you got a ton of stuff that just your crew is doing as well, which has been awesome.
I'm very blessed. We have just a phenomenal leadership team and our marketing business development team is fantastic.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's even like stuff with associations that you have different groups come in and like lead. The first thing I think I ever did there was a panel that you guys did with agents, and it was awesome.
Yeah, Breakfast of Champions.
Yes.
And we have breakfast so this is our fourth year, and it's coming up next Thursday, and it's awesome. And it's just, 4 high-powered, successful agents that come in and share, and it's great. I really look forward to it
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah. And I like when you do different kinds of stuff too, as far as like the cap cut and things like
Yep.
that, because it even pulls in a little bit of everything.
It is just like I can't keep up. And 2 of the agents that are on our panel next week for Breakfast of Champions, the extent to which they are using AI in their business
Mhm.
is mind-boggling to me. And nobody a year ago, neither of them were using it,
Right.
right? Because it's just that new, and
Right.
it's just evolving so rapidly. And I think about all these apps that are out there on your phone, like CapCut and
Mhm.
things like that, that are just like I can't keep up. I don't Britain them. They have to keep up with all that stuff, and so. But it's the pace of innovation right now
Oh, it's insane.
is insane, and what you can use AI for as your assistant is incredible. Like that you can 10x yourself in your business once you apply it and know how to use it. It's
Hmm.
pretty cool.
It really has been.
I know you all are working on, Robert's told me about a lot of
Mhm.
AI stuff that you're using here to answer common loan questions and
Yeah.
right things like that, and help not just the LOs but people on the outside too that want to ask a question.
Yeah, it was really cool. I did a class in Tampa last week,
Mhm.
and I had the agents ask a question to it.
Yeah,
So like that's been like
isn't that
really
cool?
neat, just kind of like getting one of them was like, this is awesome to like have your
Yeah,
open house and like,
yeah.
and then I've spent a good amount of time with Brandy and
Mm.
Flagler.
Yeah,
She's
she's
freaking
great.
awesome. She's doing a ton of crap down there too.
Brandy loves it, and she's doing a lot with y'all.
Yeah.
And Danielle in
In
Melbourne as
Melbourne.
well is
Yes.
what's
It's Nate.
Nate?
Yes.
Yeah,
They
Nate.
reached out the other day
And they're
too.
going to start doing I think a monthly trivia night or something at
Mhm.
a brewery. So I love that everywhere we go, you all seem to have an office.
I know.
It's
It
great.
works out really
It's
well.
awesome. Yeah.
And I love the educational tie, but like also, enjoying things as well.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
the beer we're about to go get.
Yes. Yes.
Last question for you.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to Italy,
Yeah.
but just in general, big bucket list item for you. And don't tell me hiking Everest because
Ooh.
there's like bodies still up there.
Wow, that would be pretty intense. The big bucket list travel. There's too many. Like I really want to start traveling. So I have a 13-year-old still in the house, and I think 5 more years, and then he'll be in college, and I
Right.
would have a lot more freedom to like take off for a month. Right now, I can't do that. I think I'm gonna love Italy. I think I'm gonna fall in love with Italy. And I'm from Ireland, so Ireland's got to be on the list. And everybody says Portugal's amazing. I'd love to spend a lot of time in the islands. So I love Montana. We were talking about that earlier.
Mhm.
Love to, spend a month in Montana every summer. It'd be not a bad way to do things. So,
No,
how about you?
I have never been anywhere in Europe. And it's so funny you say Italy. I always thought at like this point in my life, I was going to like surprise my mom and take her on a trip.
Yeah.
Well, finally, she's like, I can't wait for you anymore. And one of her friends, they're going in the fall. So my mom's about to be 80,
To
whatever,
Italy?
to Italy with her friend who won a trip she's a gambler, my mom's friend. So she's like, it's, I can't not go. It's like costs nothing. So I'm like,
Yeah.
absolutely go. But I've never been anywhere in Europe. And I'm watching all these kids that are like our kids' age and they're like semesters abroad. And I'm like,
know.
what the hell did I do wrong?
I know. I totally missed out on that, the gap year thing. But it's you just gotta stay in shape, and so you can enjoy it in your 50s and 60s, and like your mom, your 80s, right? Like
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm not gonna get there for another 5 years to be able to do that. But
Well, sitting is the
You're
new
ready.
smoking.
that's
So-
right.
Yes,
Yes.
it really is. You
It
got to
is.
keep moving.
keep
The
moving.
more we move, like pickleball.
Yeah,
And
I've
things
got
like
New York
that.
City Marathon in November.
Nice.
Britt's doing it, and William Lee. Yeah, so Will and I both turned 50 this year. Britt turned 40, and we're
Yeah.
like, I don't know who came up with the idea first, but we're just like we're running a marathon. So